Developments tonight in the new controversy over Cincinnati's parking deal as the city manager defends his decision to keep council in the dark over what's becoming an explosive memo. That memo says the parking lease is a raw deal for the city, and that lease deals with other cities have given them a greater return.
Some council members are so upset they're calling for a special session to talk about all of this. 9 on Your Side reporter Amy Wattis has the very latest. Amy?
Well, Carol, we've been updating you on this story since it first broke on WCPO.com. And tonight, City Manager Milton Dohoney says what's shared with City Council is ultimately up to him and fellow administrators. In this case, Dohoney felt it wasn't necessary to show Council a memo, but some say it was critical for the city's parking deal. City Manager Milton Dohoney told 9 on Your Side's digital team that the city administration has spent hundreds of hours going through many scenarios on this parking deal. He says a deal this complicated demands that every possible issue be raised as part of due diligence, and the memo was part of that process. Vice Mayor ROXANNE QUALLS says she wished she would have seen the memo before the lease was signed June 21st, but she understands why administrators didn't want to share it.
However, it's very clear that based upon the port's response to the Walker memo, that also reflects the city administration's response when they saw it, is that it was, in many instances, they were comparing apples to oranges. They also were using old assumptions that had been corrected.
City administrators received the memo from Walker Parking Consultants on June 20th. The Walker memo stated that operating expenses and management fees in the lease are excessive.
I think public trust means everything, and you earn that through transparency, not through concealing information when a given document might say something that goes against your own agenda. Not good leadership.
Councilmember Charles Winburn wants to hold a special council meeting to discuss the memo with Dohoney.
I think we need to take a look at the Port Authority and begin to review what they knew about this process also.
When you compare what the memo says, when you look at what we've done, and when you compare all that together, what you end up with is, okay, I don't like that I didn't have the memo, but it wouldn't have changed my decision.
Now, the Port Authority is also reacting to the memo tonight. It says it's disappointed the memo wasn't shared with the agency earlier. The Port Authority is in the middle of reviewing that parking deal and could actually back out. Now, the deadline for that decision is in November. Carol, Clyde?
Thanks a lot, Amy. 9 on Your Side digital reporter Kevin Osborne broke the news about the memo, and you can read the June 20th memo right now on WCPO.com. It concludes the operating expenses and management fees in the 30-year parking lease are excessive.
Word out.